Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer and today I went shopping with Juju. Well, I went shopping with Juju last week, but I already had filmed all of this week's videos. Well, currently, what is today? We're way behind. Okay. I'm filming this on November 7th. You will not see this until, well, next week. I don't even know what day we're going to show it. So, today's Monday the 7th. You guys will probably see it somewhere around the 15th or the 16th. So, hi. If you guys followed me, well, if you guys saw the little short I made where me and Juju were shopping in Hobby Lobby, that is when this haul is from. I also have one singular thing from Walmart, but I'm not going to show that. But I stuck it in there so that I knew that I had it. I just bought some more stickers for my Happy Planner. I need to buy a new planner for next year. I am currently researching what kind I want for next year. I like the Happy Planner, but I need to pick a design, and I like the really big one, and it's a big purchase. It's like a $40 planner, so we're working on that. I bought some more stickers for next year. They were clearanced out for $5 at Walmart. Okay, so I went to Hobby Lobby because, you know what? Let me go grab something. Sorry about that. So I went to Hobby Lobby because I was making, hang on, I got a loose thread. Alright, I was making this bag. This beautiful bag that I should have shown you yesterday in Monday's video. So, I made the bag part and I needed straps, and I knew that I could crochet straps. I know that I could do that, but I didn't want to. I wanted some like pretty fancy straps, and I knew that this is called cotton webbing, by the way. It was $2.99 I think a yard. I got 2 yards for the strap. It's beautiful, and Mr. Cinnamon gave me such an amazing compliment that this looks like something that you would purchase in a store. So yeah, so I went to Hobby Lobby just to buy this webbing stuff. Which, if you don't know where the stuff is at, it is in with all of the fabrics and the cutting things, like the spools of ribbon and accessories for sewing. That's where I found it at. Beautiful colors that match the bag. So I went into Hobby Lobby just to buy this. That was the whole purpose of that. And, of course, I had to look at other things. So the first thing I did while I was waiting at the cash register to get my little piece of material cut, on the cutting table they had a basket with pre-cuts. So these little fabric remnants are usually like a discounted rate because it's not quite a full yard. Sometimes they are a full yard, but they give you a discounted rate usually because it's like the end of the bolt, you know. So they had several designs there. I saw this one right away and I was like, okay, I love what I call vintage Christmas. And I know that some of you, this is not vintage, but for me, like, is way before I was born. This reminds me of like Christmas stuff from the 60s and 70s. Let me find my scissors, which are in a project bag. I'll cut the label off. This is snagging the fabric. This is $3.65 a yard. It says that it is a third of a yard. That doesn't make sense. Marked price $3.65, your price $2.19. It's a third of a yard. And this is not quite enough to make anything, but I've been watching Debbie the Canadian Crocheter, and yes, that's how she says her name, because every time I say the Canadian Crocheter, people correct me. That's not how you pronounce it. That is how Debbie pronounces it. Debbie makes, and I have one back there. Hang on, let me grab it. Sorry about that. Debbie makes these gorgeous scrappy bags, okay? She made this for me last year. She knows that I love Christmas. She makes these beautiful scrappy bags, and ever since she sent me this, I have wanted to make something scrappy because she makes it look so beautiful and eloquent and easy, even though I know that it is not. The little keychain is banging around. So, is this not the cutest little bag? So Debbie made me this, the Canadian Crotcher. It was a gift. And I love it so much. Hang on. Juju is trying to do something on my Etsy for me, and so I had to send her the secret code to log into my Etsy for me. Alright, so she made me this beautiful bag, and I told her, she keeps showing these beautiful scrappy bags that she's made, and I have a lot of fabric right here, which I just made a mess looking for this bag because it was in with the bags. I want to make a scrappy bag for myself. I want to make something scrappy for myself. See, I pushed you over that way too far. I want to make something like this, and I told Debbie already. I was like, you inspire me so much. I want to make something like that. So when I saw this little piece, and it's it's wide, but like it's a strip. This would be beautiful for like the bottom of a bag, or like scraps for the bag. And this reminds me so much of my mom's Christmas decorations that were passed down, that she made. It's beautiful. My phone is driving me nuts. I'm going to turn that into airplane mode, or it's going to keep going off. So I got that. And then they had this one too. And this one got me because it's got sunflowers on it. I love sunflowers. There's been a couple years where I've grown sunflowers. I love sunflowers. And I love old pickup trucks and the whole aesthetic behind the old pickup trucks. And so this one also has a rooster on it and a chicken and all kinds of cute little stuff. So this says that it is mark price $5.99, my price $3.59, and it is 3/4 of a yard. I'm not gonna untake the whole thing, but isn't this so pretty? And so I want to make something with this. I was thinking like padded tablecloths for Thanksgiving. Not tablecloths. Placemats. I have no idea how to make a padded placemat, but I would really love one. Or 5. I need 5 because there's 5 people here. Alright, so then I was like, well, let's just go peruse the yarn aisle. I haven't bought anything from Hobby Lobby in the yarn section, I think, since the summertime. And I'm going through, and what I like to do is I either look for colors that stand out, or I do the touch test. I go touch, 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 until I find a yarn that I cannot live without. This was a touch test yarn, and the reason I bought it is because I think it's over here. Nope. One of the yarns that I bought from, yeah, it's right here. This is one of the yarns I bought from Mary Maxim, and I told you guys this is so soft. It is micro acrylic. It is the Mary Maxim Sunrise, and this color is beautiful, right? So when I was going through doing the touch test at Hobby Lobby, I was like, touch, 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 touch. I touched Yarntopia, okay? Very similar in color, right? It feels the same too. It's a different yarn, but it feels the same. So I can't mix these together because this is the Mary Maxim one is a lightweight number 3. And the Yarntopia from Hobby Lobby is a number 2. And the yarns are different. They're very different. They're from a distance, you can't tell the difference, but I would not put these together just because they feel so different. They don't feel different. They feel different, you know? So there's a higher twist and it's much thicker. And I know that I have at least a ball of this somewhere on my shelves. Matter of fact, I think I'm looking at it right now. I know that I have some of this, but I was like, okay, I have to. So this Do I have my receipt? Yes, I do. The yarn was all 30% off. So these are regularly $4.49. I paid $3.14 each for them. And this is the color Cerulean. It is 100% acrylic, but it feels like that micro acrylic. 312 yards, 4-ounce ball. Fine number 2. Here are the washing symbols that I have not even learned at all. I have not learned any of them. And I got the color Cerulean, Cerulean C, and this says white, but it is very much a cream color. Are those not beautiful? So I want to make something out of this because it's so soft and so luscious. And it feels so good. And while I was over looking at the yarn, they have right in my store anyway. I also bought myself some Nerds candies because they're delicious and me and Juju enjoy them. Those were by the cash register though. So back behind, because a lot of Hobby Lobbies are set up differently. Behind the yarn section, there is a small wall with usually clearance items and remnants and just different stuff that's random, completely random stuff that's clearanced out. They had some books over there. There's also a section in the back corner by the restroom that has clearanced out stuff that's usually broken or stuff they absolutely cannot sell. So there's 2 different sections in my store of clearance. There's the good stuff and then the crap stuff that they cannot get rid of. Like they have so many masks on sale for like 62 cents and they cannot get them off the shelves. So they're in the back corner by the restroom. All right, so yeah, there's my receipt. They had books, and these books, I know for a while, Kim from Affordably Crafty, which is where I learn about all the fantastic sales from. That's where I learned. It's from her. She posted about this, I'm going to say at least a month ago, and I didn't have the money to go over and look at books at the time, so I was like, you know what, I don't need books, it's fine. So I was shocked when they had as many books left as they did that were clearanced out. So I got 4 books. These are all knitting. They didn't have any crochet books, but I'm very excited about a couple of these. Now, I do have a lot of knitting books. Knitting books and knitting patterns scare me because I don't know a lot of stitches. I mean, I know the basics. There's a lot I don't know, and there's a lot of knitting, and knitting patterns are just written differently than crochet patterns, and they're hard for me to read. I'm working on bettering myself with knitting. I really am, because I want to go further than where I am right now. I don't want to be stagnant and just make basic hats. I love color work. I want to learn more stitches, and I want to learn how to do cabling, and I want to especially learn how to do lace. So I got this book, 101 Easy Knit Stitches, and it was regularly $14.95. I paid $3.73. And see, there's color work, there's lace work, there's cabling in here, and I don't know. I just thought, and I like the way the inside looks because this is written a lot like, and it has charts. I need charts. I need those. They're a necessity. So this is written a lot like my favorite crochet book, To Teach You Stitches. It gives you a swatch sample, a good up-close picture of what it should look like. And then it gives you the basic directions, and the chart is, I'm telling you, the chart is like, you have to have a chart. At least I do. And look at, there's color work. I love doing color work. Color work is a lot of fun to me. So, yeah, there's all that. Very excited about that. And then this one is Quick Knit Afghans. Now, I don't know that I'm ever going to finish a knit Afghan. I have a blanket on the needles right now. It is about 3/4 of the way finished, and I cannot force myself to sit down and work on it. It's a lot of work to knit an Afghan, but I figured why not, because it was clearanced out. So this is Big Book of Quick Knit Afghans. It was regularly $8.95. I paid $2.23. And I didn't crack any of these open even. I just like grabbed them because they were on clearance. This one's really pretty. And that one looks simple because that looks like just like a couple row repeat. Knit blankets are so soft and squishy. It's just, I don't sit and knit for that long. Actually, this one's really easy. I did a washcloth that was very similar to this. So I know for a fact I can do that. That's just knits and purls. So, I'm not a real big fan of the way these patterns are written because, again, those are the patterns that trip me up. But it's pretty. It's fun to look at. And then, beginner-friendly knitting, because this is what I need. My fingernail scraped that book and it was giving me the chills. Alright, this book was regularly $12.99. I paid $3.24, and right there on the front, I know that I can make that hat. That hat looks easy. That hat looks very easy. It actually looks like something I designed myself. So, let's see. Knit 1, purl 2, knit 2. Repeat from across. Row 2, knit 2, purl 2, repeat from across. So it's basically a 2x2 rib, which I have actually made a hat exactly like this. So, and then it tells you how to do the shaping at the top. I already know how to do that. So, we're good. I can make that hat. That's not a problem. A plum ripple Afghan. That's beautiful. If I were to make a blanket, though, I think I'm going to go back to making it with a bulky, definitely a bulky yarn. And I'm going to make it very small. Just so, because I have, the knit blanket I'm working on now is bulky yarn. I'm making it out of puzzle. Like I said, it's 3/4 of the way done. Pretty pot holder. That looks easy. That looks really easy. Oh, these are cute. I'd have to make them bigger than what they suggest for my legs, but I didn't want to make leg warmers. I just want to be extra. And those are neon, so I mean, hello. How cute would that be with the Premier yarns, right? Which I still have right here. The new Vivid yarn. You guys know what I'm talking about. That would be so cute. Yeah. Everybody's favorite hat. Another dish towel. Lovely lace. That's pretty. So, oh, that's nice. I can make that too. I've made one of those before. Yeah. So, totally good deal. I'm going to get lost in this book and start looking through every page while we're sitting here if I don't hurry up. And then this one is Robin Octopus and Friends. It was regularly $19.95. I paid $4.98. And I am in love with that octopus. I've made a couple knit, I made knit pumpkins. I have made a knit bunny rabbit, which I think I got rid of. So I've made knit amigurumis, but there's a couple things in here that just have to be a part of my life. Just have to. Oh, I'm not showing this to Juju, or she'll want me to make her one because she loves Highland cows. Is that not cute? That looks a little bit fussy for me though. I don't want to do all that. But I want to make the octopus. And I want to make Amelia the turtle. Which I know how to do that in crochet already, because I actually have, there's a pink one right there. I know how to make these already, but I've never done it in knit, and I'm like, that would be kind of fun to do it in knit. And then there's, let me show you the octopus if I can find it. There's a seahorse. There is Chloe the cat, which looks really weird. I don't like Chloe. I want to make this too, okay? Penny the snake. I want to make a knit one and a crochet one, because my JoJo over at Joe's Web, she makes snakes and she makes me want to make snakes. So I want to knit a snake and crochet a snake. And I think, because I really like this, it's color work as well. I think instead of doing the color work, I'm going to use like a self-patterning yarn, like either the Bloom or the Nordica, and I think that would be like fantastic. But like, how cool would it be to have a knit snake and a crochet snake? So I want to make that. There's a hippo, a puffin, an orangutan, which I'm not showing my sister because my sister will want. So Danielle, if you're watching this, I'm not making that for you. Don't even ask. I'm not doing it. There's a bunny. Here's the octopus. They have the mini octopus, a little teeny tiny octopus. And then they have the big one. That is Robin the Octopus. So yeah, I thought that was really, really cool books. And more things for me to put on my list of things that I want to eventually get around to making if my life was not so busy. I know that there's going to be a time where things calm down and my kids are grown and I'm going to have all the time in the world to knit and crochet. So it's just a matter of getting to that point in my life. But I'm not in a hurry to get there either, because I kind of like the chaos and I like having my kids around and I like all of the things. I like being relied upon. I thrive in chaos till it gets to a certain point where I break in chaos. But I had a lot of fun shopping with Juju, and I don't think she bought anything at Hobby Lobby this trip, but I also took her to Joann's, so she's been trying to restock. She's working on, and by the time this video was up, she probably will have already loaded all of the Christmas ornaments she's created and sold them out, because that's how she rolls. But you know, that's how it goes. Alright, that is it for today. That is our Hobby Lobby haul. I had so much fun. I'm back to purchasing again, and now I need to get back to controlling myself from purchasing so much. But that's why I only got three balls of yarn. These are so soft and pretty, and I'm going to go over there and dig on that shelf and see, because I think I have 3 more colors of this, and I'm almost positive that I do. If not, it looks close. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.